Green flag at the back. A meagre grid of 10, but look at the top left of your screen. The lights come in, the lights go on, the lights go off, and the clutches are dumped. And Hawkswell and Taylor get a good one. Peach and Edwards are away as well. Simon Robinson slotting into third place ahead of Rupert Archer, sweeping round the outside Todd Ellis and Emmanuel Clement. But it's Andy Peach and Ken Edwards who have got the whole shot this time as they go into the complex. Campbell, Cobb and Seagrave bunching up round here. How tight you want it. This reverse grid, not popular with everyone, John, but it does provide excitement.
Yeah, you can have it good or bad depending on how it works for you. Sometimes you get held up, but sometimes you can get the whole shot and away. These guys are working hard now. They need to get up front and get away from the traffic, because you can see the main competitors edging away, but they're being held back a little bit by some of the slower guys.
Well, there's a chance there for Lewis Blackstock and Paddy Rosney. They're trailing in the standings. They need to do something, and they're out in front. And second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth place for Todd Ellis and Emmanuel Clement. Simon Robinson and Mick Fairhurst go second. Blackstock goes past, whiz, over past the curb camera. Absolutely fantastic stuff. George Holden there, number 93, moving up and looking hard as he goes past Andy Peach.
Yeah, he's trying to just stick behind the Christie boys, and Todd's right behind George.
Race leaders, Lewis Blackstock, Paddy Rosney. They've been complaining about a lack of top speed, but they've got a good run here. 1.2 seconds, the gap over the line. Chris is in third. Then it's Holden, then it's Ellis, then it's Peach. And right down the bottom now, it's Rupert Archer and Rhys Gibbons. There, Todd Ellis, Emmanuel Clement, his French lady passenger, doing a fantastic job. They're looking at the inside and through on George Holden. That was a brave. It was a lunge, but there was no contact.
No, that's sidecar racing. Grab the spot when you can.
Well, the crew's taking the wide line there, but Sam and Tom Christie past Simon Robinson. They've put Robinson between themselves and Todd Ellis. So the Christies now up to second place. That is brilliant stuff. Sam and Tom Christie have just got better. And I have to say, John, that the speed of Todd Ellis this year, he's pulled 3 crews along with him, your son being one of them.
Yeah. I mean, Todd is something for everybody to chase. He's doing fantastic. Oh, that's a shame there, look.
Dean Nichols, Ruben Janssens out with a problem. There's damage there. There's damage to the front. There's been contact. So quite where that happened, I don't know. Here comes Todd Ellis. Todd Ellis and Emmanuel Clement sweeping through on Sam and Tom Christie. That's second place for the Santander Salt Yamaha. But out in front, 1.9 seconds the gap. Blackstock has. How much longer?
Yeah, Lewis is storming away, but it's a long race. You've got to look after your tyres, look after your passenger. It's not that easy, even though it's only 10 laps.
There's a replay of the overtake. That was a good one. Through on the inside, as clean as a whistle. Todd Ellis, Emmanuel Clement. Look at the way the sidecar wheel just paws the air there. That doesn't look under control, but of course it is.
Yeah, that's sort of normal for a sidecar, and Todd does it well. You can't take that away from him at all. Yeah, look at that. That's amazing.
Clever stuff. That is absolutely perfect stuff. Todd Ellis and Emmanuel Clement. Charging on then, ahead of them, Lewis Blackstock, Paddy Rosney.
Emmanuel just works. She works so hard. If you watch her, just what she does, she just doesn't. She doesn't give up. She's like a little terrier.
French champion, of course, with Sébastien Delanois in 2017, and she's been around the French tracks. Now this is close at the front. Blackstock and Rosney have got Ellis and Clement breathing down their necks. We're on lap 3 then. Lap 3, that's all we're on. It's unbelievable. 10-lap race, going to be hot round here. Spare a thought, John, for the marshals, but through, looking on the inside. Todd Ellis through into the lead. Blackstock in second, but he's got to chase him now. He's got a target on his back, Todd Ellis. Series leader in the British, series leader in the world, and of course all this lot go to Germany when the domestic series is at Donington Park, and that is the opportunity for all these guys to score points.
Yeah, when Todd's away, the boys will play. So Christies are doing really well now. They're pulling in Blackstock. So yeah, and George Holding's also coming along. So I think Blackstock's a bit under pressure.
Christie's are right with him now. Todd Ellis, Emmanuel Clement, number 6 on the Santander Salt Yamaha. 1:19.6 fastest lap. That is still half a second shy of the lap record. And he did that. He went round at 1:19.07. So he was inside in qualifying. Why can't he do it in the race? Can it be, John, that it gets too hot for optimum race times?
Yeah, everything just cooks. I mean, the tyres are getting really hot and slimy. They're brilliant for a few laps, and then they just not they go past the best. So you just got to manage it best you can, and you not get lap record paces at the end of the race.
Well, I said yesterday, you notice some of the grills in the front of the sidecars carry lumps of rubber that come off the tyre, and they block up the air intake for the radiator. Not enough to give heating problems, but it shows just how much the tyres degrade.
Yeah, a lot of the solos, these marbles come off their tyres. It's not really off ours. You can see it on the side of the road, and the sidecars just take a slightly different line than the solos, so you're picking these marbles up and throwing them about, and like Barry said, they go into the radiator induction part.
0.7 the gap Ellis has now, the advantage 1.189. That is very, very close indeed. So wow, we are getting to lap record time here. Sam and Tom Christie, number 34, Christie Engineering Services, who do such a good job keeping some of these sidecars on the track. Very much a family concern, just, John, as your own is. What do you talk about around the breakfast table? Sidecar racing, I'm sure you do.
That's all we have. I'm married to an XTT racer as well, Fiona. And yeah, it's just sidecars. Go see my son and it's sidecars.
I suppose that's fairly inevitable. Here we go then, over the line again on lap 5. Lap 6 now, we're starting. The battle now for second place very much alive. Lewis Blackstock, Paddy Rosney need to keep this advantage now. They do not want to let Sam and Tom Christie get past them, otherwise they're slipping away even further in the standings. Blackstock's moving around a lot there, moving around an awful lot.
Yeah, Lewis's bike looks a bit looser than what Christie's bike does, so yeah, they're working hard, and it's hard for Paddy on the back if it's sliding about.
George Holden, Oscar Lawrence on that beautiful blue, deep blue, verging on purple. Actually, it's a lovely, lovely, rich metallic blue. Very easy to pick that bike out. The reds and blacks get a bit confusing sometimes, except we know these guys so well. And, oh, not another retirement for Rob Biggs and Jason Pitt. What a shame. So they join Dean Nichols and Ruben Janssens in pit lane. We are now down to 8.
Yeah, we're talking to Rob before, and he's changed his throttle bodies, etc. Just trying to keep this thing going. Power goes off at the end of the race.
Here we go then. Christie's moving in. Are they going to go through on the inside? It's looking like they are. Is that all there?
Not again. No.
Oh, goodness me. That was tight. Was that a bit of returning the Cadwell compliment? I'm not sure which, but...
Yeah, we need to see that again. I'm not just sure whose fault it was, but... Yeah, they're attracted to one another, these two.
There's a magnet on the front. Let's have a look. Talk us through it. Your opinion.
Yeah, well, here's Christie's going up the inside. Just give him a little nudge, and yeah, nothing to do with Lewis. That he just got caught up in it. Hard move.
Yeah, there will be handbags at dawn in the pits afterwards. I think after that, what a shame.
It doesn't take much just to knock him. You're on the edge of the grip, and just a little nudge, and these sidecars are aware.
Well, the beauty of sidecar races most of the time is that they don't turn over. It's not like a solo. They don't crash it. But the wheel arch is damaged there. I'm just wondering whether if the Christies continue, there's going to be any sort of punishment for a broken wheel arch. Is it flapping? Is there going to be a black flag? It looks all intact. That's George Holden, Oscar Lawrence up to 3rd now and closing. They will have seen that. Is this going to be another second place on the podium for them following the one they achieved at Cadwell last weekend?
Not biased, but I hope so.
Well, they've got everything to go at.
Yeah, the Christies are struggling a little bit. I don't know what's happening with it, but Joycey's pulling them in now a little bit. So all the Blackstocks are away again.
Blackstock and Rosny, there they go, and a bit disgruntled. Another fourth place for them, but they are still in fourth place. So all moving up here. Robinson, the gap now well down. So Blackstock 7 seconds behind George Holden. George Holden, Oscar Lawrence in third. Out in front, Ellis with a gap of 4.7 seconds last time over the line.
Yeah, these sidecars are so evenly matched. It's got to be a...
Race control have penalised number 34 Christie, a long lap penalty for that move at the chicane. So well spotted, well done. They have reacted accordingly. They will have to do the long lap.
Yeah, it's a shame really, because like I said, they're so evenly matched, and you've just got to take your opportunity when you can, and sometimes it works and sometimes this happens. So
well, the penalty is 2 seconds. It's the equivalent to the long lap, so that will shove them back 2 seconds. What will that do? Well, it won't put them back into behind Blackstock, but what it's done, it will put Holden in front of them, that's for sure. So now we're looking at second place for George Holden on adjusted time. So George Holden, Oscar Lawrence will be on for second as far as they're concerned on track.
Yeah, George might not know that at the moment. He's still racing the Christies, so he won't know what's happening with that. He's still fighting for that second place.
And if we look at our timing screen, we can see that's been implemented already. So on track, it looks like Christies are second. They are not. They are in fact in third, 1.5 seconds behind the outfit, 93 behind them. If that makes sense. It makes perfect sense to us because we've got all the information in front of us.
Yeah,
and
there's a board there, there's a time penalty there, look, plus 2:34. So hopefully George will have that on his pit board, so he'll know what he's doing, but he's still fighting to get past anyhow.
He's making a move physically here. He's making a move physically as they come round. Brooklands up to Woodham Hill, up to the chicane.
Oh, here we go again.
Here we go again. Christies, no, but George is there. George, nice and clean. That was lovely.
Yeah, that was good.
That was good. Nice and clean. Christies had a bit of a go, but they are now in third place on the track, and they are in third place on the timing screens. It all makes sense for us. Talk about the pit boards just quickly. What sort of information do these riders get, John, on their pit boards? It can vary, of course.
Yeah, it's only communication. You have your lap times on your screen, but you don't know what's happening. So on our team, we have double note that there's somebody there right with you challenging. One note if they're there, but they're not going to challenge you, and then obviously there's whatever second you are in front if it's more than 1 second.
Well, I'm amazed that they get a chance to read it, so it can't be too much. It's got to be pretty big letters as well, although I have to say someone with my diminished eyesight wouldn't be able to read any of them, but that doesn't matter. I'm not out there. I'm here in a relatively safe environment. The track excitement is building here then, because George Holden, Oscar Lawrence now 4.8 seconds adrift of the leaders, and there are the leaders. You can see now this is a great performance. Let's have a look. 1:19.581, the fastest lap. That is still 0.4 of a second shy of the lap record by these guys out there. They are not lap record holders. That's Ben and Tom Birchall, but they're getting close.
Yeah, they're class, aren't they? These two. They look good on track. Everything's perfect. But to be fair, these two aren't that far behind Todd on this race. There's a flag, look.
Well, that caught us by surprise, didn't it? That caught us by surprise. I was looking at the timing screen, I was looking at the pit boards, I was looking at all sorts of things but the checkered flag. But there it is. A brilliant ride by Todd Ellis, Emmanuel Clement. Another great fifth place by Robinson and Fairhurst. You're looking at them right now. Christies third, Blackstock fourth. Fifth it is then, Robinson. Race leaders, race winners, and double victory here for the Santander Salt pairing of Todd Ellis, Emmanuel Clement. Fastest lap, 1:19.581. They march on then, another 50 points in the bag, and they've got to keep doing that, John, because when they get to Oschersleben, all these other boys will be racking up points at Donington Park.
Yeah. they're going to drop 50 points on somebody or some teams, so they've got to keep clocking them up. So I'm hoping to be at Brands and Donington on my sidecar. So
good.
Looking forward to it.
We need to see you out there. You've been a bit absent early part of the season for lots of reasons that you and I know we can't really talk about.
Bit of a sabbatical.
That'll do. Wonderful stuff then. Victory for Todd Ellis and Manuel Clement in the sun here at Thruxton. Terrific race. Well, we saw it unfold on screen, and there it is, confirmed. 4 seconds, not a million miles away from Holden and Lawrence. Ellis, Holden, Christie's, Blackstock. So that top four, despite the incident, within 20 seconds of each other. Robinson and Peach, Archer, Hawkswell, the final finisher. Biggs and Nichols, sadly, retired 5 and 8 laps respectively. So a great pity, 8 finishers, and the points continue to mount. Let's have a look at the standings. Maximum 225 for Ellis Clement. Christie's now just 25. 1 race win down, so still it all to play for. Blackstock and Holden moving in ever closer on the 3rd place. Robinson, Archer, Hawkswell and Peach. And the rest of the guys down there, of course, there will be another page which will include Dean Nichols and Ruben Janssens, sadly only scorers in 1 race here this weekend. Hope you enjoyed it. We certainly did.